Anyansapo ni MPP movie. Where lies wisdom for us to get to this place where Afenyo-Markins have been allowed to hold government business and the MPP to ransom with arrogance, disrespectful posturing? Who is he? When you have influence,
Mustapha dia wuken Mustapha mebacho Gbande boyo me say Afenyo-Markin awo kana semia who is he nominee adie no ntiase ono de akwakoda in Supreme Court, and now the Supreme Court also womoso akasa say adie no say emre bi na ntiase Supreme Court ya na ye de beko menya sure say bia ana in some okeka fa speaker Gbagbe ho no na ha adwen ho.
No, it's very disrespectful. Sabi.
We disrespect Speaker Gbagbe.
Sabi, Nanado. No. Everybody in the MPP in the Jubilee House knows how much I love President Akufo-Addo. But I think he's a failure. But we still respect him. And we honor him as such. Now, Afenyo-Markins waiting, and you have put deep opinion to we are them. Meanwhile, you are under him. You can't be Piana Nadwa, you need party. And I say, we have government business to run. The government has things to pass through Parliament. And you think by insulting the Speaker and denigrating him, you can get your way. Can Afenyo-Markins use the Supreme Court to run Parliament? It's not possible. It's not possible. I am more disturbed when we can use common sense to solve a problem. And people are running, using other means, other windows to further frustrate the system. MPP now am about saying, has the MPP become so deficient of knowledge so much that somebody cannot hold Afenyo-Markins to stop his posturing? MPP in 2012, 2013, 2008, you brand MPP to look very intellectual. And now when you mention MPP to anybody, you don't get that feedback. Because of people and characters like Afenyo-Markins, or Parliament. What is his achievement in life? What has he impacted on this nation that you feel he's so important that you can insult people and we should sit back and watch you? When we know you are wet, when we know Afenyo-Markins is wet, the things we doesn't know the things he does in this country. The things we don't know. When we try to manage the political landscape, it doesn't mean that we don't know or we are afraid. Can we sit down and allow somebody to undermine the Speaker of Parliament the way he does? Hey, what do you mean? Can someone say to the Speaker of Parliament where you are a minority or a majority holder? Also, it is spiritually not fit for you to sit in the seat of the minority of Parliament and not the leader of Parliament.
But other than issue, not quite surrounding Afenyo-Markin. Why?
But let me tell you, because he's the center of the problem.
Is it a problem and some of the according courts?
If I was in his position, I will call a meeting with minority leadership. In fact, we have evidence to show that Afenyo-Markins have a very good relationship with Honorable Atuforsen. Honorable Atuforsen, Honorable Kwame Abuja, Comfort Doyu, Honorable Ahmed. These are reasonable individuals that you can reason with. These are people who are not like my type. I'm very entrenched and very aggressive. But if you look at the number of people I've mentioned to you, they are calm, collective, they reason with you when even they disagree with you. So I would have called a meeting with my colleagues and let them know that, look, guys, we are at a point where we know what we are saying. But can we abandon that, maintain the status quo, and do government business? If other leaders of the majority side, today's minority of the MPP, have been able to manage the hanged parliament for all these years, and I think 3.5 years. Who are begging again and say we are manager? Also, young so because you are arrogant. We are where we are because of leadership deficiencies of Afenyo-Markins, with arrogance and disrespect. So we must expose that weakness. We must talk about it. Because look, this is the first time, if we don't check it, the Supreme Court will give a ruling and the people of Ghana will support Parliament to say no. We are getting there. And that means that we have finished our judiciary. Look at the various researches at ECOSO. People, Ghanaian people, not NDC, not MPP, they don't have confidence in our judiciary. Justice has become so expensive in the judiciary that depending on who goes to court, a particular judgment can be given with the excuse of legal jurisprudence, dynamic reasoning of the court, to convenience the person depending on who is before the court. That is what the Ghanaian people think about. So when we get to this difficult place, we have to reflect as a country, go back and pick pieces together. And I'm saying, sir, this whole crisis can be managed without resorting to what Afenyo Markin is doing. You cannot even convince your own members of parliament who are going on independence. How can you resolve this complex situation? You can't convince them.
Okay, Martin.
Cruel me. And I know here, one coye way, one people. Now, one media, I want publish said, Unyakumamono, step it down. Meanwhile, they did not step down. If I was in Afenyo Markin's shoe, that as a leader of government business, we are at crossroads. What I will use is diplomacy. What I will use is to beg people. I don't think that Cynthia Morrison, who was a minister in MPP, if you engage him with respect, no matter what you have done, if you engage him with respect, given the circumstances the party finds itself, I don't think she cannot come back to the MPP. Number two, the Supreme MP, I don't think if you engage him with some level of respect, you cannot prioritize government business. And listen, the leadership of the NDC side are very reasonable. Why won't you engage them? Use the opportunity to manage parliament for the next 2 months.
Okay.
Get government business going. And I can assure Afenyo Markin that Justice Tokuno cannot do anything today. She can't do anything tomorrow. She can sit at the judiciary and issue judgments that do not find solace in wisdom of law. But that cannot manifest in parliament. There is no day the NDC side will leave where they have taken now because of the prevalence of the issues in parliament.